Okay, y'all. I will have some technical difficulties there for a minute. I had to shut the computer down. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'll have some technical difficulties. I had to shut the computer all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. All the way down. I don't know what happened, but okay, I think I got it now. Well, anyway, y'all, welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show, the only show where me, you, your mom, and your cousin too get to come together, just chop it up. What we here for today, y'all? I know y'all like, where he at, man? What we got? What we got? What we got? Let me see. Let me bring everybody up in this thing, man. Hey, what's up, Ann?
Hey, Rob, what's up, man?
What's going on? I was having some technical difficulties. I had to shut the computer.
I ain't never been brought on first before. I feel like royalty today.
Yeah, we brought you in first.
How your week
today.
going?
You know what I'm saying? We got to start it right.
I appreciate it.
How your week going?
It's wonderful. I can't complain.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I had to shut the computer all the way down, man. I didn't know what was going on.
I got me a new computer, so y'all got to work with me. This is my first time using it tonight.
Well, I had one that took me a nap. I don't know what happened. I left the computer up.
It might be nice. I don't even know what a nap feel like.
Well, I had to take me one today. Let me give it. Man, what's up, man?
What up? What up? What up?
What's going on with you?
Man, I had to come show some love, man. I got to go to practice. I got to go to practice. But I said, I've been missing in action for 2 weeks. I said, I got to show some love. And
man, when you had the main report in 2 weeks, man.
Bro, man, hey, you got me, man. I was just down y'all way. We was in Atlanta this weekend.
When? What about?
In Alpharetta.
Why you hit me up, man, if I come check your boy out, man?
Man, it was kind of, we were supposed to be in Rock Hill, and then last minute we got bounced out of a Rock Hill tournament, so we just had to pick a tournament on a fly that wasn't too far. So we were down there in Alpharetta. Who came through? Because I had a shirt that I had to give him, so he came through, but he ain't watched the game though. He just came to pick up the shirt. But yeah, man, we was down there. We ain't fared too well. We lost 2 games. Won 2 games, lost 2 games. So
who y'all played them Atlanta boys?
Yeah, we played we lost to the, I forget what they the dogs or some dogs or some shit, like whatever.
Yeah, and, man, this is a different level up here, man. This is a different level up here, bro.
But nah, it was more we ain't play our game. It wasn't nothing like that. Yeah. What's up, Ms. Ann? What's happening?
Hello. Kirsten. How you doing?
I'm good. Kirsten, what's happening?
Hey, Kirsten.
Let me meet your mic, Kirsten.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's up?
Kirsten on the book. She on the book getting all glammed up and shit. I be saying, look at this shit. I said,
hey, look, my birthday is tomorrow, y'all. So, yeah.
She glammed up.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
And she on Facebook setting thirst traps.
I love it.
No, I was practicing. Look, I've been practicing my makeup. I had a photo shoot.
Oh, it looked good. It looked real good.
Look like you fell for it. BT, what's up, man? You can take that rocket shirt off, man. This might be my last night wearing my house hat. So
yeah, go on, throw that shit away. Go on, throw that shit away.
I'm a represent till the casket drop, man.
Hey, bro, the casket drop. They just need some nails.
Hey, I know y'all seen my Celtics put them nets away last night.
Yeah, they did. They did their thing, man.
I love your Celtics. I thought you was a Hornet fan, man.
Hell no. No damn Hornet. No Hornet fan. Shit.
Fool, what's up, bro?
Yo, Ann, did you happen to see last week's show?
Dro.
Yo.
Okay, so you didn't see how I started it?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing like I did with Kirsten. I apologize for not being on the show because I would have checked the fuck out that dude on the show. And And I put up there, and I hope he watches again. If he happens to live in the Atlanta area, I will meet him at the boxing gym whenever he wants, and I will stomp a mud hole in his ass. You don't disrespect women like that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Young Dro, what's happening?
Dro,
What's up?
What it do, Drew?
Man, what's up, man? I've been missing in action a little bit. Just been working overtime and just been working, man.
I see you sitting in the light now.
Yeah.
We don't warmed up. We ain't got the coat on.
I hope everybody good.
Yeah.
So he ain't got the coat
I got
on.
a
He's sitting in the
babysitter,
light.
so I'm great.
He's a changed man.
It's good seeing everybody.
So
Drew, how the new baby doing?
Oh shit, she ain't here yet. It's in July 1st.
Cute.
So
Cute. Send us your registry so we can send you something for the baby.
So what now?
Said send us your registry so we can send you something for the baby.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. We just put that up just a few days ago. Matter of fact. Yeah, hell yeah.
Put it in the group chat.
Oh, all right, bet it up. Damn, I have to have her do that. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I get it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
Fool, you send your folk the link?
I did, but she's out and about, so she may end up coming on. She may end up coming on later. So I mean, we could talk about it as far as letting people know, but then she could come on and promote it whenever she's able to get on.
Go ahead, let everybody know what's up then. What
I will have to. I don't know. Can you put that picture up that I sent you?
I gotta find it because my whole computer went down. I ain't do my theme song or nothing today, man.
Yeah, I logged on. I was like, damn,
Yeah,
the show shut down?
Yeah, I had to shut the whole computer down and bring it. I had to shut the computer down and bring it back up because I couldn't do nothing with it. I couldn't do nothing on the computer, man.
I thought Elon Musk bought StreamYard and shut you down, bro.
But look, Elon Musk, he trying to give you some freedom to talk.
Check your messenger, Rob. I sent the picture there.
Hold on, let me pull up my Facebook.
If you're on Twitter, get ready to be called niggas again.
What?
That's a two-way street, though. They open it up.
And and ladies, get ready to be called out your names, and this misogyny will be on high.
When has that ever changed? That's been going
So,
on.
So what did I miss? I know I've been gone for a while. What have I missed?
Nothing.
You ain't miss shit. You ain't missed nothing that ain't been going on. Not a damn thing. Same type.
Hey, Dro, we can't recall.
Facebook.
We can't recall what happened on January 6th. We can't recall.
Oh,
Marjorie Taylor Greene said she don't remember nothing, man. So
what happened on January 6th?
Man, I don't recall, man. I don't recall.
I don't know.
Because Marjorie Taylor Greene, she doesn't recall what she said to President Trump the day she talked to him on that day.
Oh,
the president, she don't recall what she said to him.
Well, I mean, in the light of everything that's going on, I don't even think that's really important.
The attack on the Capitol.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
hey man.
Let's go ahead. Look. Yeah,
she didn't remember nothing. An attack on democracy.
Hey, but look, they asked her one question about something. She said, "Hold on."
Yeah. They were about to pull out the receipts, and she was like, "Hold up. Wait a minute."
I thought they got a black dude running against her now.
Yeah.
I've been seeing her a black.
He been real petty too. He been real petty.
Hey,
he calling her perjury green.
Yeah, they just nervous for this red wave that's coming.
Mm-hmm. Look what I got today, fool.
What you got?
Gotta be the game. I knew if the game had to be the game. It had to be
right. I got it today too.
That's the universe. That's the universe working right. She actually hit me today. She's gonna do a webinar, I think next Thursday for educators, but they have to be invited. So I'm doing my best to get the superintendent here in Douglasville on with her and my man who are principal in Jersey, because we got to get that game in the curriculum of schools. Period.
I told my babies we gonna be on it.
That's an excellent program.
working
What's
overtime
going on
to
with
try to
this?
find out who shot and killed a teenager in broad daylight at a South Fulton County park while a Stop the Violence rally was going on. Good afternoon.
What?
I'm Christine Spiro. Thanks so much for watching today. The medical examiner tells us that teen was in an argument with another man who shot and killed him. Fox 5's Underly Proctor talked with the rally organizer, who is stunned by the turn of events.
For 11 years since her grandson was killed, Shirley Stimbridge has been organizing Stop the Violence rallies. Ironically, just yesterday, during one of those rallies here at Welcome All Park, gunshots rang out.
It was awful. We didn't know what was going on. A lot of people started running.
Shirley Stimbridge was lost for word Sunday when gunfire abruptly interrupted her Stop the Violence rally at Welcome All Park. When the bullets stopped flying, 18-year-old Malik Hambrick was dead. South Fulton City Councilwoman Helen Willis had just finished speaking.
As soon as I got finished speaking, I heard gunshots. I walked over, and there was a young man laying on the ground, slumped over in a pool of blood.
It was terrifying to know that someone had lost their loved one under the same thing that we was out there talking about. Putting the guns down, stop the violence.
Ms. Stimbridge started her nonprofit Connecting the Links for Change 11 years ago when her grandson, rapper and artist Devontae Ford, was killed during a double homicide.
My grandson was murdered 2011 on the gun violence, and it was laid on my heart to start the foundation to help the community and other young children.
As South Fulton police work to find the shooter, Ms. Stimbridge says she will not be deterred.
I'm going to keep fighting. It did not stop it. We will be out there next year.
South Fulton detectives tell me they are busy working this case. They say they've gotten some good leads, but no arrest as yet. They say if you have any information, give them a call.
So it'll stop the violent rally, man. They doing their thing out there, man.
Damn, man.
Ain't gonna stop, bro. What's going on out there? My thing is, what can we do to stop this violence, man? Who do y'all blame for this, man? Y'all blame the parent, politicians, or the culture? Or the culture? Or limit everything. Or limit everything. Limit everybody.
This has nothing to do with culture or anything. Bottom line is whether it's our people, whether it's other people. You have people out here who are just pieces of shit. I mean, there's no getting around that. Like, then when you factor in that it's in 2022, how many people are actually rocking with the code? That goes against the code. So since if people know that, you got to be mindful of that. And the other thing with that is, prime example, what happened a couple weeks ago on this show. Where are the men at that's going to stand up? Like, seriously. And I mean that. Where are the alpha males so shit like that won't happen? It won't fucking happen. Because...
Now, hold on.
What happened?
What happened on this show that got something to do with gun violence?
No, it has everything to do with standing up for whether it's kids or women, because those are the people we're supposed to protect, period. There's no excuse for that. So when you factor in something like that, if that is that woman's organization, there's supposed to be men that are there to make sure shit goes smooth. Is it guaranteed it's going to happen? No, but it's about the presence.
Yeah.
Because the line is certain people, especially certain males, they command respect, period. So whoever did that shit, they were comfortable enough to do that. It doesn't happen like that normally. Seriously, we all know this. This is the way, because this is the way we were raised. 2 generations after us, they went away from that shit. But
who went away from that? Who would they?
2 generations. 2 generations went away. 2 generations went away from it.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's the parent fault then. So
it goes deeper than the parents because it's about elders. That's the whole thing. We respected our elders when we was younger. They don't.
Absolutely.
They just don't. And part of that is because a lot of parents want to be fucking friends with their kids.
Well, I would say this, and I'm gonna say this, and because I gotta go. I think like Robert, he kind of alluded to it. I think is a number of factors of what's going on. I mean, we got to first address where these guns coming from. I mean, because you can go to your Walmart, or whatever, you can get like rifles and stuff like that. But these kids got AK-47s, machine guns. They got all kind of fucking damn shit. So first you got to address where the fucking guns coming from. We don't own no gun manufacturers. We don't own none of that damn shit. So where are they getting these guns from? Let's address that first. Then we got to address. Then we got to address the fact that you got a lot of these kids in single parent homes where they parent, whether it's a mother or father, working all the fucking time. They ain't got no fucking damn supervision. They ain't got nowhere to go. They ain't got most of these places, the Ys, and it ain't no fucking damn Y where they can go in after school programs and all this stuff. They shut all that shit damn down. So now you got kids out here that's being influenced by these so-called gangs and all this kind of stuff. So it's just a number of reasons why all this gun violence happening. And then you got a generation of weak ass fucking damn kids. I was just telling my homeboy, it's the first sign of fucking adversity, these fucking damn kids fold. So they don't want to fight no more. They'd rather pick up a fucking damn gun. Then you got, on top of that, then you got the fucking damn music. You have to add the music in. People always say, well, you can't blame it on the music. Well, yeah, you can, because music always goes to your subconscious. It ain't all about the conscious stuff. It's the subconscious shit that these kids are fucking hearing. So we have to be able to, but if you don't have nobody there monitoring what you listening to and guiding you through what you listening to and telling you that shit ain't fucking real, you gonna believe that shit. So it's a number of factors. How we stop it, that's a good fucking damn question. Fool makes a good point. In an event like that, she should have had some kind of security, some kind of male present there, so stuff like that don't happen. I know when we put on tournaments at our local recreational center, we have to have public safety there. Or you ain't putting on no tournament. So you have to have some kind of presence when you put on events like that. You can't just think that you're going to go to the park and we going to do this and nothing going to fucking happen with the way these kids are behaving now. That's just not realistic.
And I would also throw in, it boils down to everybody's fault, because that also falls on community. If you actually have a community, shit like that don't happen, because you police yourselves. That's why the respect, morals, ethics, and values has been thrown out the window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about straight period. And I can remember you say certain shit, you getting slapped in the mouth. Period. There is no, I got to worry about. Nah, you say certain shit. My uncle punched me in my stomach plenty of times because I had a slick mouth when I was younger. But I got checked. That's why I learned that shit. And I move like that. So when I hear people say, well, it's a different time, my ass. When you start factoring in how people have grown up, yes, there are always going to be bad apples. But prime example, you got single parent households where you had kids who end up going to jail. You have single parent households where kids are very successful. I don't blame that on that. It depends on individuals. Period. That to me,
I want to piggyback on what Maine said as far as, the kids don't have the different places to go to, the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club. Reason being, they too disrespectful. Like when I very first started dealing with kids and working with kids, I love to get out into the community. I love to go volunteer here, go work there, be here on the weekends. But I'm not fighting with nobody's child to try to give you enrichment. I'm not going to be swung on and cussed out by somebody's child to give them enrichment. So it's easier for me to just stay at home and enrich my own than to be being verbally abused by people's children who have zero respect. And verbal abuse would be on the lighter end, because they definitely get into gangster stuff, even with 6th, 7th grade. They are crazy at that age already.
And they high.
And they high.
And they high, man.
I pulled out to leave the other day, and I seen some boys that I know go to her school. My baby's in middle school. I know go to her school. I seen them at the top of the parking lot smoking. So I had to call her phone back like, hey, ma'am, I see some boys outside. If I ever catch you with them, I will break your whole neck. But these kids are younger than her, and she's in the 8th grade. It's no way I'm going to spend my free time that I don't get paid for to go and deal with these type of children.
See, and the thing with this generation right here, nothing is like hidden, taboo. Like nothing is like hidden. It's done in the opening. You know what I'm saying? Like marijuana, they smoking marijuana outside like it's you know what I'm saying? Like they got the right to do it. Even with the music, I had to sneak and listen to the NWA and all this stuff when I was in my mama house. Now they blasting it. It's like it's no respect. And apparently they say, hey, look, turn that down. They got profanity in it. They got the right to do that now. You know what I'm saying? And what are 6 and 15 to 19-year-olds doing? There was another shootout too in Atlanta at a Waffle House. 15 to 16 through 18, 19-year-old kids had a shootout at Waffle House. 15 and 19-year-olds. They had a shootout at Waffle House.
But they think that shit is cool, that having a gun is what it is. Like, I know, and I've had this conversation with a couple peoples of mine who are very, very militant. And it was like, I need to make sure that I have one on me at all times. I know that I have to get to that point. I get that, but I've never been a gun person. So unfortunately, I would be one of those people where if something jump off, I'm hooking off. Somebody catching one straight in their mouth, and I'm gonna have to deal with I'm gonna have to deal with it. But that's ingrained in me. But at the same time, I'm also older, so I know how to not let it get to that point. But I also know how I am. That's the whole thing. I'm willing to actually talk. A lot of people aren't, and they want to wash their hands with it because they don't want to deal with this shit. But that right there is the problem, because the scary part about it is a lot of these kids out here, they need fucking love and reassurance. They need that shit because nobody is giving it to them. And the sad part about it is they don't even know how it feels. They have no idea how it fucking feels. I guarantee you, most of these kids that's out here doing this dumb shit, when was the last time they got a fucking hug or a word of encouragement? I guarantee you.
I agree.
It's probably non-existent. But when you factor in men, I'm who I am. I know for a fact I'm an alpha male, but I'm not afraid to show my emotions. I've never been afraid of it because I know who I am as an individual. The issue is you have a lot of these fucking beta males out here who on that bullshit. And you can't have beta males teaching children anything because, like with anything else, a person can feel fear, especially kids. If they see it in, they're gonna take a fucking country mile. They're not gonna do that with everybody. When they do in the beginning, once they get checked a couple times, they're gonna chill the fuck out. You know what? Nah, leave him alone, yo. He good. That's where it has to be because a lot of this stuff is so heavily on women. Yes, there's some fucking strong ass women out here, but they're taking on roles they should not have to take on. That is also the other fucking problem. When I was raised with my grandmother always said, "You a man on mouse." That's still ingrained in me. Certain shit I just don't do. But I also had a few male figures around me where I had that balance. Most people don't. And then, like you said, with social media and all this other bull, yo. Do y'all realize that the music industry has completely been taken over to pretty much show exactly what's going on now? That shit.
Yep.
Yo, it has been documented that conscious rappers weren't promoted by their record labels because they wanted to end that shit. Me growing up, it was the We All in the Same Gang. It was Self-Destruction. It was X-Clan. It was KRS. We had diversity where we can. Right now, it's kind of the same shit. I'm still fucked up over there with a song a few years ago called fucking Percocet. What? Come on, man. Like, but this is what we deal with.
That's why I said music. That's why I said music. And I put politician because a lot of the centers that the kids, where we used to go to play rec ball and play pool and all that, they shut it down. They put all the money into this Beltline thing. And they shut all the recreation stuff down to invest in this Beltline that they working on. And now, and you kick all the kids into the street. So that's another, you know what I'm saying, thing you have to think about. So parents and politicians in the culture, so-called the music, TV shows, everybody like, Power, everybody posted, watch Power. You see Power last night? All of that stuff ingrained in people's head. That's why I don't watch Power, because I lived through Power. I seen Power up and close. So I don't have to watch a movie about Power. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of people indulge in all that stuff though.
What we have to do is we have to get past everything being so transactional. We living in a time now where they've made everything so capitalistic that so many people out here chasing money when they forget about giving back. Most of these cats out here who promoting real estate and cryptocurrency and this, that, whatever, if they got all this money, if they have all this real estate, how many community centers have they opened? How many have they sponsored? Things like that. That's kind of, I mean, it's not even that's where we have to get back to, because bottom line is, and I've been saying this for the longest time, so is Jermaine. All we got is us. We can't depend on nobody else. And even when you bring up the government aspect of it, there's grants out here to get for shit like that. It's plenty of grants out here, and the number one group of people that can get the grants is women. Because as far as our women, indigenous women, they check every box to get the most money. But with that being said, how many of those people are willing to partner with somebody to make this shit happen? Because bottom line is, people got to live their life. Certain shit going on, when you start talking about giving up your time and things like that, that's precious. People take that shit very. They got lives to live. They have children to feed and things like that. So why should they take away from their family to do something like that if they aren't going to get a reward? I'm a firm believer of, if I can help.
Because here's the thing. The reason why I think, because it indirectly affects your family. You know what I'm saying? Because your kids still going to school with these kids, so it indirectly affects your family. You know what I'm saying? You never know when one of your loved ones gonna get killed by one of these kids. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the other thing, based on
Paulo's and Letitia, y'all want to come on live? I dropped the link right there. Y'all come on live, chop it up with your boys and girls.
Here's the other thing, based on what you just said. Now, I grew up in Newark, New Jersey. I was in my household. I was around a bunch of adults. But on my block, I had a bunch of friends. I could go around the corner to the school or whatever and play basketball. When was the last time any of you on this show have actually watched kids outside playing? Forget sitting around on the phone. Forget any of that. How many times have you seen that? Like, it's so fucking rare that it's crazy. Because what happens now is, so many parents are fucking nervous about doing that, about what could possibly happen. When the crazy thing about it is, this the crazy thing. Mind you, I'm gonna say I'm from Newark. I don't know about everybody else's hood. Being in Newark or whatever, it's the same shit. Anything could happen. But guess what? I was outside living my motherfucking life, riding my bike, all that shit. And I was riding far. I could have got hit by a car, any of that shit. So we have to get back to that. And I would say the advantage of now compared to then is, at least the kids have cell phones. You have some type of idea where they are. Back then, you had to be home at a certain time and make sure you was back, make sure you was home at that certain time, but you knew that. And they figured you was coming. And if your ass is late, it was going to be a problem. Now, at least you can call the kids, see where they at, pop up and some shit like the hell. Most parents probably if their kids are somewhere, they driving to see. Are they doing some shit they ain't supposed to be doing? They ain't gonna get them. Let me see what the fuck they doing. So if they come home and lie to me, I'm gonna jump on their ass. But that's where it has to be. But my biggest thing is it has to go back to community. Without the community, it don't mean shit.
A lot of it is them kids being inside on social media. That it does pose a problem, because in the words of the late great Pimp C, niggas talk shit from a safe place. People bump on social media, and then when they go to events like football games or community centers, stuff like that, it pops off immediately because they've been talking shit on social media, and them dudes ain't tough. So what they do, they pull guns, and that's how shit go down. I mean, but Fu is right. They need to be out in the community more, out playing basketball, out, doing shit. Because when you're with people, you're not so tough. You're not so tough and talking shit. You're not so quick to be confrontational, because you can see a threat that's imminent. If somebody's actually bigger than you or tougher than you. So you're right, man. Kids need to be outside being more productive than being on the phone clicking all day.
Look, Crystal Stansel said, very rarely, and I teach PE, even outside, they're on their phone. But see, in the environment, y'all are in charge. Y'all got to tell them to leave their phones, in their pockets or under the desk or something. You know what I'm saying?
But Rob,
which we can, Rob.
You can't allow them to do
These
that.
same street children that y'all talking about and that y'all see on the news, these are the street children that we are dealing with. So it's only so much talking you can do to a grown child. Like I can waste my time preaching to the grown children, or I can use my time teaching to ones who actually going to listen and respond. I can't keep redirecting grown children.
Here's the whole thing. If we're gonna put it on teachers to say you got to leave your phone in the classroom or whatever, somewhere you can't bring it out there, how many teachers are proactive enough to have something prepared to pique the interest of these kids? That's the whole thing. When I say like the communication barrier is so big right now, it don't make no sense, because for whatever reason there is no relation. There is none. The only advantage for somebody that's like my age is that we can kind of connect, because we have we got the values of having respect for our elders, but we were at the beginning of the information age. But what happens when you got those older cats that's still out there wanting? They don't relate to that shit. You got to talk to them on their level. But how many people are willing to do that? Because it's not fucking easy. When the average kid is lost.
Let me say this. We had spring break a few weeks ago, right? So one of the days out of spring break, like y'all said, this is all my kids do all day long. I don't care if you're talking about my 6th graders, my 5th graders, whomever. This is all they do all day long. So I said, you know what? I sent all my teachers a message and I let them know no electronics at all tomorrow. We're doing full activities. They're going to be children tomorrow. Do you know how many parents called my phone pissed off because their child could not have their phone for a matter of a few hours? Oh, well, he said you couldn't give him the internet password. I shut the internet password down, completely changed it. You're not going to put your phone up. So the best I can do is change the internet password. Parents were pissed off. You can't tell my child what to do with a phone that I buy. Who got time to fight with that?
Real.
Like, what I
feel you, Ann.
But you pissed off.
I feel you, and I posted that parents that call their children while they're in class are part of the problem. You should have seen most people agreed with that, but there was about a half dozen that pushed back. I'm gonna call my child whenever I feel like it. I mean, come on, man.
You can't tell me what to do, and that's what their children come and they give us that same attitude.
Yeah. I think
it's very easy to tell what educators should do until you have to physically be in a classroom and man 35 children that could care less about what you got to say.
Yeah, I know all about that. I used to be a teacher at Job Corps, but you know what I mean, that niggas didn't give a fuck about learning about, you know, they ain't want to learn all that shit. So I definitely can attest to that. I've been in that situation.
I think one possible solution, especially if you're talking about kids that are in school, they need to allot time for a therapist to talk to these kids, because I think that would help the children and it will release some stress off these motherfucking teachers. Because now you have a professional. But we gotta start with the parents, fool. We gotta get the parents some so that way they're open enough to let us talk to their children. I get what we all understand about the parents aspect of it. But think about it. Getting through to the kid is the hard part, because once you get through the kid, they're going to be able to help you get through to their parents. Guess what? Like how many kids are actually going home excited? Huh?
I said yes and no. The thing is, majority of these children that we are dealing with are products of their parents. Okay, so if I can get your mom on board and she can go home and she can talk positive about this program that we have, then you will come around. But as long as you come in the house and saying, "Mom, I don't want to do that program," oh baby, don't worry about that. You ain't got to worry about it. I call them people myself and tell them you ain't got to do it. If I can get the parent, like my children are 10% of my problem. The parents are 90% of my problem.
Damn.
I could get the kids to do what I need to do, but it's their parents that are gonna tell Miss Ann can't tell you what to do. She is not your mom. Miss Ann don't do this. Miss Ann don't do that. I'm not fighting with it. I'm not fighting with it.
Yeah.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. But look, so we I think we do this topic almost like every other week, But we never come to some kind of solution or something like that.
There's not one.
It has to be a solution. It has to be.
It's not one solution.
No, I'm saying it has to be something we can do to start turning it back the other way. Because listen to a lot of comments, and I'm seeing some educators on the platform saying like it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling like they're giving up, and I'm not blaming y'all for feeling that way because
the answer is rebuilding the community by rebuilding the black family. The black family has been destroyed. You know, black fathers and mothers have been thrown in jail. You know, mass incarceration has destroyed the black family, and therefore it's destroyed the black community. We have to repair that, and before we can do anything else.
But see, BT, that's a broad statement. That's another answer. I mean, how do you feel these gaps, man?
One of the students snatched the teacher's wig off her head.
Say what?
Rob, did you see the YouTube video that went viral when one of the students snatched the teacher's wig off her head, ran around the room with it? All the kids thought it was heavy.
Yeah, we had it on the show.
Yeah, we talked that. We had that on the show. Yeah.
What you want us to do with that?
Really?
Yeah, I think.
What you want me to do with that?
It's tough. It's tough, and I know it's tough, and it ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to when you
don't fear no whooping, you brave and do stuff like that.
And I'm willing to bet you.
I don't think whooping is the solution.
Without intervention, parents need to be allowed to parent their kids without the fear that someone's going to call CPS or the government's going to come and snatch their child from them. Point blank. Because they know that they have no fear in them. Our parents, if we did that to one of our teachers, Robert, they probably would have picked up the phone, called our mother, and our mother would have came up there, whooped us all over that school, in front of the teacher, in front of the whole school, and sat us back down and went home, and we would have got straight. She would have never had to come up there again.
I know. See, my mama nipped it in the bud in first grade. My mama came with me in front of the whole class. And
my mama came in the fourth grade. You see what I'm saying?
So that lasts me all the way through high school.
You know, your dad can't come up. Let your dad come up there. When I'm watching basketball, my son plays basketball, and the coach got a son. Son get out of order. He snatch his son up, do what he need to do, get physical with him. Ain't nobody say nothing. But if he did that in another environment, they ready to call child protective services on him. They ready to, throw the man away and lock the key. But he's there in his son's life, and that kid won't be one of those kids that's out there shooting people because his dad is there and his dad did that, and ain't nobody gonna come and do that. But you can't do that. Parents can't parent. I would say put some of that heat on the parents.
Beating the child up ain't necessarily parenting. I would say just you can't just because it didn't work for everybody.
I'm not saying beat the child up, but knowing that there's some repercussions and that your parents can physically beat. Oh, that changes your behavior.
Even the threat of it. Even the threat of it in a healthy family environment, there's no more powerful statement to a child acting up is wait till I tell your daddy. You know what I'm saying? And watch a child straighten up when you say that. Because they know what can happen, and they'll correct themselves.
Now, what about the parents?
I done heard and seen children dare their parents to touch them because they're going to call whoever they need to call. These kids ain't what y'all think.
That's horrible.
I would love to know how many parents actually say to their children, when you go to school, give your teachers the same respect that you give me. That conversation is probably non-existent.
They have a rhyme and a reason for the things that their children do. Oh, your child was disrespectful today. Oh, you know what? We got in late last night and he didn't get really much rest. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I had a parent to cuss me clean out today because we've had meetings over the course of the year about your child's academics. And when I sent a letter home yesterday letting you know that your child is going to be retained, you are shocked and you want to whoop my ass. What are we doing?
Wow.
Like y'all can't expect that out of us educators. Yes, we're burnt out. Yes, we're tired. We're not taking it. Like we don't get paid enough to be cussed out by these children.
Sure don't.
We don't get paid enough to get hands put on us by these children.
Sure don't.
My child does not disrespect me.
I was at Mays.
Hell, we doing volunteer work for the money that we getting paid.
Yeah, I was volunteering at Mays High School, and this young lady came in with some pants, leggings that was kind of see-through, and the police officer told her, young lady, you can't wear that. That's against dress code. You can't come in like that. So she would not let her come in. Maybe about 10, 15 minutes later, she came back with her mother, same outfit, then changed the outfit. The mother's cussing out the police officer. All the way to the principal, making a scene. Because it inconvenienced her that her child is out of dress code.
How you doing, Lena?
And so luckily, the police officer, she could have got her for disorderly conduct, but I guess she's used to it. And, they worked through it. I went on by my business, but I'm like, come on now. Y'all out of order. The daughter's out of order.
But these are the same life skills that your child is going to need to take into their career field. These are the same life skills that they're going to need to be an adult. Whenever you go in the world of being an adult, you're going to have a dress code.
And do you have your video off on purpose?
So that leads me to believe you have a low-life mom that sits at home and do absolutely nothing all day and is not held accountable for absolutely nothing.
Rob, that's Lena. So can you post that flyer and then go ahead and let her promote her event real quick? That's what I told you about.
Hold on. What's her name? Lena?
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Helena.
Lena, I'm loving that hat.
Yeah, I like that hat right there.
Yeah. Charisma gonna be jealous of that.
Oh shit. Yep. Damn.
This is just one of the many. This is one of the many, y'all. So I know I hear a lady's voice. I don't see her. I just see a bunch of dudes up there.
Yeah, you and Kirsten video not showing, Ann. But we see your voice.
Hold on, y'all. I told you I'm sorry. This computer knows work with me.
Rob, you got the picture on your messenger, right?
Ann, that's her. Yeah.
Hold on.
What?
Go ahead and talk. What you gonna talk about, Miss?
I'm here. I'm sorry, Miss Lena.
Oh no, that's girl. I just don't want to be up here with all the fellas.
we ain't gonna hurt you. We ain't gonna hurt you.
Yes, I know.
We ain't gonna hurt you.
I know. So let me just tell you a little bit about me. And the reason why I say here with all the fellas is because I've got a girl thing going on, Miss Ann. I've got a girl thing going on that y'all might be interested in. So my name is Helena, but most people call me Lena. Okay. And I have a small business called What's Poppin' USA. It is a small business multi-dimensional platform for small businesses to get their businesses seen. Because a lot of times we know people that make t-shirts, tumblers, they got a lawn care service that might got a detail service and they don't know how to hustle and get their business out there. So what my business does is actually promote small businesses. Okay. So on that note, this Saturday coming up in Norcross, at 10 College Street, which is downtown in historic Norcross, we have a ladies only tea party. And this is why I said I'm not talking to the fellas, because y'all can't come unless y'all to help. So if y'all want to, point directions and put on the little bow tie and Chippendale for us, that's cool. Otherwise, it is a ladies only event. We have over 20 vendors that are here to serve our women-only population. We have vendors from Florida, Texas, Virginia, South Carolina, and outlying parts of Georgia. This is a pop-up party, a pop-up shop, tea party theme. Hats and heels. Got to come out girly with the pearls, with the hats, with the heels. We got an unlimited mimosa bar. We've got the catering. We've got the DJ. We've got the step and repeat for your Instagram moments, the 360 photo booths. We got it going on, y'all. So this Saturday, again, guys, This ain't for y'all unless y'all coming to help and direct traffic and picking up trash. This is just for the ladies to come out, turn up, shake a tail feather in a safe environment. Women only. We're going to kick it, turn up, and have fun. They put the flyer up. It is the Hats and Heels Tea Party on Saturday, April 30th. Again, downtown Norcross. It is listed on Eventbrite. You can just go ahead and search for hats and with the N heels, Hats and Heels. It'll come right up. Or you can hit me up right on my Instagram, which is What's Poppin'. No G, What's Poppin' _USA, and go ahead and get all the good details so y'all ladies can come out and turn up with us.
Now, Lena, what is this a particular cause or something? Y'all just kicking it, you know?
It's the girls' cause. Do we need a cause?
I'm talking about y'all. Are you kind of like
Not at all.
Oh, y'all.
How come when it's women's stuff, we gotta have a cause? When y'all niggas be having shit, it's just fun.
I need to be that leader. It sounds like it's gonna be on the chain. I might need to be there.
Yes, we got the DJ. We got it catered. We got turn uppedness.
No, what I was saying, Leonardo, it's a cause behind all that. You know,
the cause is I need a little bit of reprieve and I need a little bit of cut loose time.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? No, like you.
Yes. We got and y'all. We got raffles. Boys, turn your ears off because this is competition. We got raffle baskets. We got 12 raffle baskets every 15 minutes. These raffle baskets got vibrators and dildos. Ooh. They got lubes and all kinds of stuff. Y'all gonna have a good time. You're not gonna walk away empty-handed from this turn-up girl party. I'm just saying.
Now tell them one more time where it's gonna be.
Yes, sir. It is going to be in Norcross, historic Norcross. If y'all don't know where Norcross is, that is Gwinnett County. So come out of the slums, out of the inner city, and bring y'all asses up to Gwinnett. And come hang out with us. And it is going to be downtown historic Norcross. It's a ballroom. It is inside and outside. It was only inside at first. And it got so much shine and so much, popularity that we had to like busting out the doors. And now we got vendors down all along the sidewalks and shit too. So y'all gotta come out. 10 College Street, Norcross, Georgia. For the anal folks, the zip code is 30071. Google and MapQuest it and come on out and hang out with your girl.
So let me ask you something. Any of the proceeds going to any kind of like girls club
Lena,
or something like that?
One more time, what time the event starts?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so no, the proceeds are not going to anything in particular because actually I'm not making no money off of this. I'm putting out money for this. So it's benefiting women just kicking it, hanging out. So really there are no proceeds that are coming. I'm in the red. How about that? Between my diva bags and my raffle baskets and the caterer and the bartender and the DJ and
ain't nothing wrong with keeping it real. No, you keep it real. One thing I can say.
Right.
So it's turn up time. The party doors open at 11:45, but it is from 12 to 3.
Well, I'm trying to be a server.
You can, if you want to go ahead and vend, or if you want to come out and help, you definitely can. Just shoot me a DM, and I'm going to feed my volunteers. Don't worry, even though y'all men can't come in past the ballroom unless you help and you can't, get the drinks. And
I'll come help.
But, we have a caterer. We have a young lady that's vending. Coleman Cuisine is coming up from Lovejoy, Georgia, going to bring up on the grill for us. So I'm feeding y'all with her. So y'all come out, y'all volunteers. I'm feeding you. You're getting a T-shirt. Your drinks are free. You straight passed out there.
I'm trying to do that shit.
I'm saying it's gonna be turn up.
When is it gonna be again?
This is this Saturday, April 30th, Norcross, Georgia.
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 Say that again. That's a Southern beta right there.
You know what? And I'm not even from here. I'm from Connecticut. Come on now.
Oh, you perpetrating in the southern, you perpetrating in the Southern Belle.
You know what it is? I have been down here entirely too long. 15 years.
If I want to come, what I gotta see my information?
Yeah, just go ahead. Shoot me a DM because you got my my Instagram right there. And when I get you, then we'll connect on Facebook. I got a
boy, you about to be mad at me because boy, I'm so old school. Boy, I ain't got no Instagram. I don't fuck with Facebook. I don't do none of that shit.
You got an email.
I sure do.
You got a phone number.
I sure do.
Okay, so I'm not gonna broadcast my business all over the world.
I got you.
You go ahead and get with Fu. And Fu actually has my number, and he'll shoot it over to you, and we'll get you set up if you want to be a volunteer, hon. That's cool. I got you.
Miss Lena, can I ask you something about small business? Like, it's from what I like, the reason why, like, number one reason why like small businesses fails because undercapitalization and lack of marketing. Is that right? I mean, is that not properly marketing your business to the right people? Just like, I mean, word of mouth is cool, but not getting it out there.
So many people, since I've started doing the small business thing, so many people have really come to me and said, so what makes a good business? How do I start a business? How do I get it from the Rudy to the Tootie? What is the foundation? What is, how do I market? How do I brand? How do I do my logo? You got to start from the beginning. Like, bump all of that first, right? Let's talk about, I'm gonna take the hat off, take the girly hat off.
No, leave the hat on.
Let's go ahead and talk about, because your girl done wrote a book on it.
Hello.
Okay.
So many people kept asking me, I wrote about it. So we talk about when you first go to start a business, let's talk about from the groundwork. What is your passion? How many people do you know that do 20 million different things? Avon, Mary Kay, they hustle t-shirts, they do this, they do that, they do like 12 different on the next thing happen, right? They the hustler. But how fast do they drop that and they go to the next thing because they can't sustain it? When you think of people like that, you think of like a car dealer, a car salesman. Do you trust a car salesman?
Probably not.
Off the muscle.
Not a used one.
Off the muscle, like off the muscle. You know what I'm saying? But I almost see like people that do that consistent hustle as like a car salesman. They get a bad rap, right? Because they don't look like they legitimate, like they on one thing. They not focused. So the first thing I tell you, if you want to start a business, you got to find your passion first. Find your passion. Because if you don't go whole hog on something that you're passionate about, you're not going to do shit on something when it gets hard.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time businesses fail because them people aren't in it for this, for their heart. They in it for this. And if you following the money, you're going to do whatever and you're going to trick your business integrity, everything out because you don't stand for nothing in your business. So you got to know what your passion is. So yes, you got branding, right? You got branding, you got marketing, but you got to know what your passion is. Once you find your passion and you decide what that is, then you branch out and you can see what your marketing and your advertising becomes. All advertising is not good advertising. All business promotion is not good business promotion. Okay. So I'll talk about when COVID happened. What happened? Everybody got a what? Podcast. Right? Everybody got a podcast. How many people out there got a podcast?
Well, I started before COVID.
No. I'm proving a point to you. And I'm glad that you started pre-pandemic. But what I'm saying is when people got slapped into the house and into isolation and they couldn't go to their regular jobs that didn't have telecommuting, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't work from home. What were they going to do? They were forced to find other alternatives. So they were like, I'm going to start a business. We got this stimulus money. We got this, unemployment money. They was making bank off of them checks. You know what I mean? A lot of them turned that money around and started businesses. But a lot of them started that bullshit business. How many people you know sell eyelashes, wigs, extensions, and jumpsuits out the fucking trunk? Like, am I being for real though? You got a lot of bullshit businesses. Every time you scrolling through social media, you don't know who to patronize because it could be a scammer. All that Bitcoin, all that cryptocurrency, all that Telegraph, links, join this and shit. There's a lot of scammy bullshit out there, and you don't know what's for real, like for real. And so this is kind of where I came in. You can see I'm kind of like a no nonsense. I don't tolerate a lot of BS. I just turned 50.
We see that.
I just turned 50. And at this age, my bullshit tolerance level is low. I don't tolerate a lot of it. So when COVID happened, all these people started doing all of these hustles. That's great, but not all of them were legitimate. And a lot of people were getting taken. And the people who were legitimate, to answer your question, B, they were having a hard time getting their shit out there because they going against the bad apples. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the bad apples that cause the shit for everybody, right? So when I started, COVID happened, I was like, fuck, I'm in the house all the time. What am I going to do? I can make you a tumbler. I got a Cricut. I can make you a t-shirt just like everybody else. I hopped on that same bandwagon. I'm in 50, 100 million Facebook groups. All these ladies trying to hustle, trying to sell a rolling tray, trying to sell an ashtray. You know what I'm saying? I do all that shit too, like for real. But everybody mad because everybody making it and we got it all stuck in our closet because we can't sell it. So my husband was like, well, you got a big mouth and you real creative. Why don't you help these ladies sell their stuff? And so that's what I do. Like what you're doing, I go, if say, Rob, you a small business, cool, let's go on my show. We will sit down. Yo, we shouting out Rob tonight. Rob, tell me about yourself. Tell me how you got started. Tell me about your podcast. We dig into your background. We shout your shit out, funnel people to it. That's like a QVC live type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I do too, Lena. I bring people. I bring people on who got something to say, a story to tell.
Exactly.
And let's go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But mine isn't really issue related, like current events, topics. Mine is all geared towards small business. So I'll do a talk show. Why customer service goes shit for small businesses. You know what I'm saying? You put out a bootsy vibe and you a small business, you never going to get that customer back. You get shit service from McDonald's. What you doing? Next week taking your ass back to McDonald's? Because you know what you getting. You know what you in for. When you with a small business, you don't know. It's only they are the only ones. They got to shine, and they got to shine all the time. They got to be on their P's and Q's all the time. You know what I'm saying? And so as a small business, you got a double-edged sword. You got to be the employee. You know what I mean? You got to be the HR. You got to be the administrator. You got to be the publicist. You got to be the fucking admin. You got to be the fucking toy maker in the back making your shit. You got to do everything. You wear many hats. And so most people, as you said, get stuck on that advertising and on that branding. But you got to learn what your business is, because when you learn what your business truly is, your branding and your advertising is your voice of your business. It's your personality of your business. So when you look at my Instagram page, Helena ain't got to say a word. You know what my shit is all about. That's what your branding and your advertising does. You know how they say a photo speaks 1,000 words? Your branding, your advertising, whatever you put out to the world, your vibe for your business personality is what's going to attract. If you put out good stuff, but when people contact you, you got a stank fucking attitude, that's it. That's a wrap. It don't matter how good your shit is.
All right, Lisa, give it to her one more time. What you got going on now?
I'm sorry. I know I'm talking. I'm taking up all your time. I like to talk.
Listen, Lena. This is the Everyday People Show. We want you to come on. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up with us. You know what I'm saying? And we hope you stay once you leave. Once you get to talking about what you're gonna do, we hope you stay and chop it up with us now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you want to keep talking, I will jump in with whatever topic you want if you like.
Okay,
Otherwise, I will excuse myself. I know y'all were talking about a child coming up there with some see-through pants, and what I got to say on that is you got to realize a lot of these mamas and these papas are just as young as these fucking high school kids.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They mama and they papas is dressing like hoodlums and fucking skanks and hoochies. What you expect the kids to emulate fucking skanks and hoochies and hoodlums? If that's what you emulating, if that's the vibe you putting out there to your child, if you not checking your child when they cleavage is all the way down here because mama got her titties out all the time, that's a young-minded parent, immature parent that is not teaching their children the ways to be a proper young man and a proper young lady. Like you saw those group of kids that went and snatched a cell phone from a young couple this weekend or this past couple of days, and then the little boy wanted to get mad because somebody's recording him acting stupid and pull out a gun. That's home training. He didn't get his ass whooped enough when he was fucking younger. If you'd have whooped his ass in the beginning and set him down and make him do right in the beginning, it could be a scared parent. Now, when your titties is out and then your girl's titties is out too, that's a problem. Children are going to emulate what they see. So that's my soapbox. Y'all come out and see my big old mouth with my big old hat.
Ladies,
and turn up with some mimosas this Saturday in Norcross again. Hit up Eventbrite hats and heels. Come out and see us, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I thank you so much for bringing me on. Ladies, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure. And anytime you want to hear my mouth, just let a sister know.
Well, you come chop it up anytime you want to. You know what I'm saying? You come chop it up
your book.
You
Can we get your book from your Instagram?
You can get yes. Actually, if you go to my Instagram and you click on the link in my
Instagram, if that's your Instagram, you got
that's my Instagram. The link in my Instagram will take you to my Facebook, my TikTok, my YouTube, my book, the event. It take you to everything.
What's popping at what's popping _ USA?
USA for Instagram. Yes, sir.
What's popping? You know all the lingo, don't you?
Hey, it's popping, man. It's popping, son.
We appreciate you for coming on. Like I say, you can stay and chop up the next topic you want to, or you can, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm a scoop for a while because I actually got a little bit of dinner in the oven. I don't want to burn that up. Y'all have
hold on, what you cooking? Let's see if you're a real Southern belle. What you cooking?
I'm making some barbecue chicken and some roasted potatoes.
Oh, I don't know about roasted though.
Portuguese roasted potatoes. They're chopped up with onions and garlic and
Okay.
I'm eating that right now.
Right. That's why I said I need to talk to the ladies. The dudes need to, you know.
Hold on now. we know this is a ladies' world now.
It is.
We know this is a man's world. I meant to say this is a man's world.
No, it's a woman's world. Y'all just the squirrels trying to get the nuts.
See, that's the problem. See, y'all don't switch it around. You know what I'm saying? It used to be a man's world. We used to let y'all.
Yeah, well, y'all backslid. A lot of y'all ain't keeping up y'all end of the bargain and y'all backslid. So that's
okay. That's another topic for another show. We want you to come on and chop it up then.
All right, y'all. Bye, Kirsten. Bye, Miss Ann.
Bye, love. Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful evening. I will talk to y'all another time. Bye now.
Good night.
We're gonna slip off into the next one then, man. What we got next? Y'all know Twitter done sold they sold.
What's the
Why would you say they sold?
Chop it up. Let me pull it up real quick.
It's a shame as long as Twitter been around. I still don't know how to work it.
Here's my reasoning behind what I just asked you. the one thing that we're supposed to have in this country is free speech. So whether somebody says something that you agree with, they should be able to say it. Whether somebody says something you disagree with, they should be able to say it. So that's where we have to be. And you start crossing lines when you start restricting motherfuckers. That's my biggest thing about it. My whole thing is, especially when you start talking about us being adults, say whatever you want. I mean, it is what it is. We gotta get out of this feeling. Too many people in their feelings, and they don't want to deal with logic and reality.
Let me play the video for everybody to see what you're talking about.
Buy Twitter for $44 billion on Monday in a transaction that will shift control of the social media platform populated by millions of users and global leaders to the world's richest man. The company had adopted a so-called poison pill to resist the billionaire's takeover efforts, but changed course after Musk unveiled a financing
Is there
package,
sound?
which includes $33.5
you don't hear
billion
nothing?
from his own fortune. Daniel
I
Ives,
can
managing
hear it, but it's
director
super
at
low.
Wedbush Securities.
I think there were two issues that really changed the board's mind to do a U-turn on the Musk bid. One was the financing. Once Musk outlined the financing, that really was the clock striking 12 for the board, put their feet to the fire. And second was no other bidder coming. Once another bidder did not come, they were at the altar, but no one came. That's why they called back Musk.
Musk, an active Twitter user with more than 83 million followers, has said Twitter.
Well, anyway, Musk has taken over Twitter, and he's vowed to make it a more freedom of speech, which I think is a imaginary thing. Freedom of speech is an imaginary thing,
right?
And a lot of people think they have freedom of speech, but you really don't have freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want to say, but there's gonna be repercussions behind what you say.
Exactly.
So that's really not freedom of speech.
But that's the
you know what I'm saying?
The whole thing. That's where the issue comes in at, is that not enough people actually stick up for the rights that they're supposed to have. There's no reason why anybody should be censored the way that they do it. Like you can say a certain word and you're censored. Why? It's a fucking word. You got people getting censored for saying "Let's go Brandon." How is "Let's go Brandon" censored? Just because it actually means fuck Joe Biden. So what? That it means that they aren't saying that. That makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. It literally makes no sense. And then when you start talking, like I want you to really think about where I'm going with this. You didn't start hearing about disinformation and misinformation until 2 years ago. Once this shit happened, that's when all of this happened. And here's the whole thing about that. How is it that we people can be considered disinformation or misinformation what we say, but we can't do that to the media? It's bullshit. That's where the line has to be crossed. So there needs to be some type of balance. That's why if it turns into, because to me personally, if Elon Musk bought it, I think it's going to go private, where people are going to have to pay to actually go on Twitter and all that shit, because he's a fucking billionaire. So I think that's kind of where it's going to go eventually. But the fact of the matter is, if you have a chance to speak your voice, like I'm gonna give you the greatest example in the world. On YouTube, you cannot promote good health. That's why our page got terminated. I want you to think about what I just said. You can't promote good health.
Now look at it like this. I want you to look at it like this. You started this show talking about a dude who was disrespectful to the women on the show.
Exactly.
Now he had freedom of speech, right?
Yes.
You wanted to shut him down. So now you're getting on here saying people should be able to say what they want to say, and it's a danger in making a platform.
It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword. You know what I'm saying?
Well, please clear this up for them, because it went right over their head.
Listen.
No. It went completely over their head.
Nah. You know what, Ann? And I know that's why Kirsten chewing like that. The fact that both of y'all just made that comparison, I'm good. I'll be quiet. And
there's a reason why you're being quiet. There's a reason why you're being quiet, because you know that is true. You know, you see where I'm going with this. You see where I'm going with this. That's why you're being quiet about it. Even though dude was wrong, he was disrespectful. He was wrong, but he had freedom of speech. And now you want to shut him down.
Right.
So, hold up, Kirsten. It's for Rob and for BT. Since y'all want to bring that shit up. If you walking down the street with your mama and a dude call your mama a bitch, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna stand up for my mama.
Now see, here's the thing. Now see, here's the problem. See, you took this in another direction. You took this from
you sure did.
You took this from the freedom. You took this from the freedom of speech comment topic that we was on. Now, like I said, I didn't think he was right disrespecting women, but who am I to tell him what he can say?
Oh my God!
And this is the same thing with Twitter, Facebook. When they shut y'all down, they can tell you what you put. They tell you what you put on their platform because it's a private platform. It's a private platform. See, you don't like when YouTube shuts you down, but they had the right to do that because it's their platform. You're gonna use it or not. You're gonna use it or not.
The same way when dude was disrespecting fucking women, you had the right to say it's my motherfucking show. His goddamn his ass off topic, my man.
You keep trying to go down another road.
Wait, can we hear Kirsten? Can we hear Kirsten?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think y'all misconstruing what he said. Yeah, he had freedom of speech, but the fact that he disrespected us on our show, like say what you want to say on your platform, like on your personal Facebook page. Yeah, say what the fuck you want to say, but when you come on our show, disrespecting the women, the co-hosts of this show, that's a whole boundary being crossed.
Exactly, and this is what YouTube do. When you go on their platform,
but we on
YouTube is a public, platform.
This is a public platform. This is Everyday People show. I made it public. I want people to come on and be themselves on this show. You know what I'm saying?
You can't have it both ways. You can't say freedom of speech, but we're gonna shut down the people that's disrespectful, and then just because you don't like it, or it has to be some sort of lines that has to be governed, that has to be monitored. I mean, it's one way or the other. It can't be both.
It can be both. It can be both. That's what's called balance. It can be both. That's the balance. It can be both. Say what you want to say. Okay, just like me, I go on if I want to talk about vegan eating on my personal platform, I'm not gonna come on here and say, oh, y'all need to go vegan and do all that. Put on my personal perspectives on y'all, because y'all got to do what's best for y'all. But when it's your separate platform, yes, you can say whatever you want to on your thing, and it attracts whoever agree with you and whoever don't agree with you. Like they should just scroll past, because that's your personal thing. That's the balance.
All right, Kirsten. There's a difference when you're saying vegan eating, posting that's fine. That's not misinformation. I mean, now if you say vegan eating is going to make you live 150 years, with no health problem, stuff like that. That's misinformation. You can't say stuff that's not true and pawn it off as a fact. You can't do that.
But it's okay with a man different type of man.
They just told you it's okay. They just told us it's okay. It's completely okay to come on the show and disrespect.
What he did was not okay. What he did was not okay. Fu said he would have checked him, but what was he going to do? Was he going to come through the phone and punch the dude in the mouth? No, he wasn't going to do that.
He said he was going to beat him at the boxing gym and box his ass.
Exactly what I would do. So don't do that, my man. I said exactly what I would do.
All right, hey, man, great. Yeah, you're a tough guy. Great, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, the point is, you can't have a censor-free show without people popping off. You know what I'm saying? You can't have freedom of speech with people threatening each other. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that.
Kirsten and Ann, check your messenger. Check your messages when you get a chance.
And the first thing I did, I apologize to Kirsten and Ann. I already squashed it. So you really don't have to keep bringing it up every week, because there wasn't nothing nobody could do about it. The dude came in raw dog. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. And number two, shut up. Let me finish saying this. Number two, Kirsten them, they know who they are. They know they're not what dudes say they are. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna keep going back and forth with that. You know what I'm saying? This is, like I said, this is the Everyday People show. People are welcome to come on this show and talk about how they want to talk about it. I had people inbox me about you. Oh, why you let that guy cuss on your show like that?
Guess what?
I say, you know what? That's who he is. That's who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is in his own environment. And that's what they. No, let me finish. Let me finish. This is what this show is about. People coming on being who they are in their own environment. The way you talk in your own environment, that's the way you talk on this show. Don't come on here being all sophisticated. That dude came on here being the person he is, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And we shut him down. And number two, he was invited on by the same people he disrespected. I wasn't going to bring the dude on.
Okay, let's be clear. He was invited on to have a conversation. He was not invited on to call us bitches and hoes.
The conversation went
invited for that.
And who would have thought? Who would have knew?
We didn't disrespect him. I didn't call him out of his name. I didn't get disrespectful with him or any of that. So nothing that I said warranted him to talk the way he did. Period.
We know he was dead wrong.
You're right. He was dead wrong. And I personally apologize to y'all about that. That was over with. That was over with 2 weeks ago. We don't have to keep bringing that same thing up.
My man,
you know what I'm saying?
Based on everything you just said.
Well, fool, you welcome to welcome to look that guy up and call him and tell him to go meet him at the boxing ring you want to meet him at.
On this show, for anybody who's ever watched, I have never disrespected a woman on this show. That's number one. So bring it back.
But listen, you might have disrespected somebody.
Neither has Rob and neither have I.
Can I finish my point? So with me making that statement, that's number one. And if anybody has a problem with what I'm saying on the show, my man, just make it clear.
Listen, dude is not on here. Dude is not on here. You can't address him no more. It doesn't matter. It do matter. He's not here for you to address him.
I'm not. I guess you didn't hear what I just said. I clearly said you mentioned about you getting messages about me.
Yeah, I did. And I dealt that my way.
Now, if you get messages about me, if I'm a hindrance to the show, I ain't got to be on the show. That doesn't matter.
Don't get sensitive when I say stuff.
I'm not being sensitive. I'm being fucking real. What the fuck?
I was giving you an example of what I was saying. Just because somebody don't like this person, that don't mean they're not welcome on the show. It's like I said.
You're comparing apples to oranges because it's a matter of disrespect.
You started the apple to orange comparison. You started the apple to oranges. Exactly.
Comes on and off.
Exactly. So I dealt with it the way I dealt with it, so you didn't have to deal with it. So why you keep trying to deal with something I dealt with?
Oh my God!
This was about Elon Musk.
And wasn't on when I said what I said to Kirsten.
This topic was about freedom of speech platform. Should people be allowed to say whatever they want to say?
We got it, cool.
That's
no,
what freedom.
They shouldn't be.
People be allowed to say what they want to say. That's what you went down. You keep bringing up. You keep bringing up something that happened 2 weeks ago about dude disrespecting women. Nobody agreed with him.
He only said that because Ann went on the show last week. He just apologizing to her like he did to me. I don't think he was, bringing it up just to make it another issue. He was just apologizing to Ann.
Can y'all hear
too.
me? No.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you just low.
Okay.
You got a lot of bass in your mic.
Okay. That comes natural. But anyway, I actually tuned into that show, and that's a separate issue. Dude was wrong. That's a separate issue. But here's the important part of it. Freedom of speech has nothing to do with the place that you're doing it at. You see what I'm saying? Freedom of speech saying that you can speak your mind and say what you want to. Because back in the day, blasphemy, you could get murdered. They would execute you. Back in the old days, they would kill you. If you was accused of blasphemy just for saying something that's wrong, even if you said it in the privacy of just 2 or 3 people, you could be locked up for life. You could be murdered. That's what the premise of freedom of speech is. Now, they're not saying there's no consequences with it. And then again, if you don't own the place or the platform that you are speaking at, you may be asked to leave. You've already said what you said, but you can't expect, if you come in my house and you say some things that I don't like, I'm going to ask you to leave. You still have your freedom of speech, but your speech is going to occur outside the 4 walls of my house. You can speak all you want somewhere else, but in my domain, you don't have that. So these platforms is the same way. Elon Musk platform, he want to let y'all say what you're going to say. But Facebook, Twitter, that's their house. You can still say what you want to say. You just can't say it in their house. And if they choose to let somebody that you don't like, or you feel like, hey, you let them talk about this, that's their house. Now, ownership, now when you make your own platform, you build your own platform within your own infrastructure, you can do that. But as long as you are operating inside the four walls of what someone else owns, there ain't no, that you can say what you want to say, but you're going to be asked to leave. So for me,
and it's not a surprise because they make you sign a disclaimer before you sign up. You know what I'm saying? You no hate speech. You can't threaten folks. It's just that simple. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom to say what the fuck you want. If freedom of speech means you're free to say what you want to without persecution from the law. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about the government if you want to, and you will be free of prosecution and persecution. That's what freedom of speech means.
That's how I see it. And Elon wants to create a space that everybody can say what they want to say.
No, he don't.
He going out the conservatives.
He wants the conservatives to make it. He want to build a mirage that you have a place to say nigga and call women bitches and without being kicked off. It's not going to be like that.
He has no repercussions. He's the richest man in the world. What they gonna do to him?
Yeah, but he still got customers to worry about. You know what I'm saying? He still got, once these groups start complaining, once he's got
built-in customers, the government.
NAACP and the LGBTQ community start complaining, then it's always about he got to protect his investment.
It's not going to mean anything because it's not an investment. That's pocket change to him. That's literally pocket change to him. This is some shit for him to play around with. He's the type of person where basically groups they don't matter to him. It don't matter if the alphabet gang come after him. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. That hurts certain people. He's one of those people that control those people, that controls those groups. He's
not.
Yes,
no, he's not.
You out your mind, my man.
Okay, all right. You see Netflix. They stock dropped 35%. Guess
that
what?
Ain't got nothing to do with Netflix. He's not Netflix.
I mean, you're right. But let the LGBTQ turn on him and let the Twitter. If Twitter stock drop 35%, I guarantee you he'll about face make a 180. I guarantee you.
He doesn't care about stock.
He don't care about that.
Fucking
You think he paid $44 billion and don't want to make no money?
He doesn't care.
Man, you tripping.
You saying if he makes money, he already makes all the fucking money. That's what I'm saying.
But he got shareholders. But he got shareholders too.
Exactly.
He got shareholders.
I'm going to say
he got people that's beholden to.
I'm gonna say this.
They don't really know how it works.
I'm gonna say this one more time.
They put up billions too. Now. They got their billions into this too.
Him, not investors. He doesn't.
No, he only put up about 30 billion.
Right.
They put up the rest. They put up some billions too.
All right, but once again, who's the majority owner?
It's him.
So since it's him, this is the whole thing about the way, especially in this country, works. It's a fucking corporation. Shit like that, it doesn't matter. We are, when you talk about Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that shit, it's more bots on there than people. They already controlling the narrative and everything like that. So I'm saying it doesn't matter. It really doesn't fucking matter. We going in a space right now where the people who are in control, they so frantic, they doing shit like this because you got a lot of people waking the fuck up. So shit like that, it doesn't even matter. I care about having conversations with real motherfuckers. That Twitter shit, Twitter is about people who ain't got no motherfucking life. If you think I'm joking, go on Twitter and make a comment. These motherfuckers respond in 10 seconds or less. They are literally tweeting all the goddamn time. They ain't got no life. Being that they don't have no life, that means that they're living in this illusion. That's another form of the motherfucking metaverse, to be honest with you. don't care about that shit. I care about reality.
Let's get into our last question, man. That kind of got off the rail a little bit. Kind of got me a little hot a little bit. You know what I mean? You know, kind of got me a little hot a little bit. Cause one thing I don't like somebody call my integrity and my character into question. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt like. You know what I'm saying? And the last question, relationship question of the week. If you and your mate decide to no longer want to have any more kids, who should get fixed and why? Or should anybody get fixed at all?
What? I ain't never getting fixed. I don't even agree with that. I mean.
Now what add that when I need
I can't hear Kirsten.
I don't agree with that.
Hey, the question is raise your hand if you fixed on the panel.
So what? What add that when I need it?
Raise your hand if you
Okay, Ann.
Who fixed? You fixed? Who fixed?
If you and your mate decide, if you and your mate no longer decide that they want to have any more kids, who should get fixed?
Him.
The vasectomy or hysterectomy. I think that's both of them, right?
Just short and sweet, huh? And just short and sweet, huh?
Okay. Now you gotta say why, Ann. Now you gotta say why. There's a why to it.
So my reason why is because depending on how many kids we have, I've carried kids for 9 months. I've pushed kids out. I've had to do all of the endurance of everything. So you got to take this one for the team. Like when you look at it on a big scale of what all I've had to do to get our kids here, you can take that little space to prevent us from having any. If that's the agreement that we have had, that we're not going to have any more kids.
Well, I think traditionally is the woman. Traditionally, the woman is the one to get a tube tied. You know what I'm saying?
I think if to be honest, I kind of agree with Ann, but like because the procedure is easier to reverse for a man than it is a woman. So like if a man gets a vasectomy, he can have that reversed a little bit more. It's a little less. The procedure is a lot less invasive and it's, I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, it is. It's actually an easier process than to reverse a woman that got a tube tied.
It's easier for the man to have it done than it is for the woman to have it done.
Mm-hmm. Let me say this. I don't agree with it, and here's why. First of all, if you don't want to have no more children, it's plenty of things out here you can do to make sure that don't happen. So take those necessary precautions, but before you decide to permanently change something on your body, because when you make that permanent change, you're messing up your hormonal system. Like you're messing up the natural order of your body, and that affects other things. Like people don't even think about that shit before you do that. That fucks up a lot of other shit when you start playing around with the way God designed you. That's for like everything, not just certain things. People getting sex changes and shit like that. But when you take your whole uterus out, or like even hysterectomies, like or tie your tubes, that fuck up your whole hormonal system. You go into menopause early. Like a lot of things happen, and I don't think people take that into consideration.
Kirsten, speak on what Dr. Valentine said about abortion.
Oh yeah, Dr. Valentine said, yeah, that's just like when a woman have an abortion, being that you snatch that baby from the body, it automatically cuts off the production of the milk. And being that it does that, if that milk doesn't disperse or go the way that it's supposed to, it turns into breast cancer. So certain things lead to other things in your body, and that's why I'm not against none of that, because ancient people, we didn't do that. You didn't want to have no baby with certain herbs and shit you can take, and certain oils and certain stuff you can do naturally to stop that. But when you go to altering and changing yourself, like medically and surgically, that fucks up you fucking up the whole rhythm of your natural shit.
Does does that go for miscarriages and stillborns too?
Yeah, that's a whole deep spiritual thing. Yeah. That he said yeah, and then also like when that happens too, that could be for a number of reasons, but those souls just chose not to be here at those moments. That's a whole nother.
Let me play this video right here of Neo. Neo and his ex, they decided that she was going to get a tattoo tied, but he eventually left her, went on and had some more kids. So
I know that situation all too well. I know some people done did that.
If we're watching this show, I say as a family, we decided to. So it's just media. They hear it, see it, and still make it, come to here. So people will watch their show or click on the link, just to see. And so they ran with it. But that's definitely, if you watch it over, I did not say that at all. And he didn't say that. So that's why I came out. I think I did an interview with, I forgot the name of it. Sorry. But, and I was simply saying like, okay, I forgave him. It's fine, because they were going in, and hopefully if they see that, they'll be like, okay, well, he must not be that bad, because he's not. He's a good guy. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone, makes different choices in life. And yeah, there's a cause and effect to every action. Absolutely. But, they don't, I kind of feel like, oh, you don't have to go that hard on him. He didn't, no one can make me do anything. I'm a grown woman, So please, I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm not this little timid, like, oh, okay, I'm so
Right.
and then he left me. No, it's not. We, as a family, we had a boy and a girl, and we thought, the ring was on my finger, the date was planned, that we're gonna be together for the rest of our lives. So why not? We both don't want it. It's hard because he's always away. It's basically like I'm pregnant by myself sometimes. Especially when I can't travel to where he is, and I just didn't want to go through that anymore, and he didn't either. But not for 1 second did I think it wouldn't work, and maybe I would find someone who could be there with me. And of course, I would want to have more kids if that was the case. But we didn't think that, and that was not what it was. So, yeah.
That's sad. I know somebody.
I didn't hear. Yeah, I didn't hear what Kirsten said, but
go ahead.
Oh, I know. I was saying that's sad because I know personally some women like that who did it and want to reverse it right now. And like when I was younger, I've always been like this, and not even just because of just the surgery aspect, but I'm like, why would you even do that to yourself? Like, if you don't want to have children, it's just something you can do. Like, I cried literally when somebody very close to me, when they made this decision. And that was, it's something very dear to me. But what you were saying?
Mr. P, what you were saying?
Okay, yeah. I can't hear what Kirsten said, so I might be saying some of the same thing, or maybe something totally off the rails. But for me, I think it's a personal decision that each person has to make as an individual. Because I believe in your body, your choice. Just for women, I believe if women's bodies is their choice whether they choose to have a kid or not have a kid, and I think it's the same decision for a man, irregardless of your relationship status or what the other person wants. Because I know a lot of times women make that decision for themselves to get their tubes tied because they simply bear the brunt of carrying their child, and they simply physically don't want to go through that no more. And as a man, as her husband or her partner, I got to understand that whether I want more kids or not, I don't have to carry that burden. And it's the same for men. Some men make the decision, I've had enough kids. I wanted to be able to care for the number of kids I have financially. I feel like this is the number that I can handle and I can, be there for them. So I'm gonna make the decision for myself that I myself are no longer going to father any children. And so they make decisions for themselves, and their partner has to understand that. Hopefully they understand that. And for some people, it may be a deal breaker. For others, it may be all right.
Well, I think the elephant in the room is the sexual experience that they still want the same sexual experience that they've been having. So I think a lot of people, that's the elephant in the room. You don't want the kids, but you want the same sexual experience without using like a condom or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Ways around that. It's ways around that. You can, first of all, if the woman like track her, I think that we need to be educated more. And two, let me say this. I do feel like, and I'm doing better at detaching from the decisions that people close to me make, because people, if you real close to me and I feel a certain way, I have been known to be like, why you do that? You know, really question you about the decisions that you're making for your life if I don't agree with it. Like if you my mom, my sister, my best friends, like they know or whatever. And I'm definitely working on that, because he is absolutely right. It is up to that individual person. But I do think that we definitely need to educate ourselves more, because it is things that you can do to make sure, like, the woman can track her ovulation cycle. And days when you're not ovulating, he can go off on you as many times he wants to. Like, you know, it's certain things. And there are like herbs and oils and stuff that you can take or put on that block the semen, and it's a lot of stuff. You just gotta educate yourself.
You know what? I do believe that, Kirsten, 100%. But I can't chance it. Like, I'm one of them fertile ones. You just gotta look at me. Like, that's all you need to do is just look at me, and boom.
Stop that, Ann.
I can't take no more of them risks, no more of them chances. We cannot have another fat daddy around here. No. But I made it very clear with my mate. I want you to make a decision based on you and how you feel. Don't make it based on me. I'm doing mine based on me. Like, I just know for me, I don't desire. No. Let me say this. I do desire to have more children. I've always wanted a big family, but my body does not do well with pregnancy. I almost lost my life with both of my children. Of course, I would do it all over again if I had to for those kids. But because I know what I know now, I never want to do it again. It's not worth it.
But and then too, because that's a lot of women experience, especially Black women, when you have a baby in a hospital. That's why I say we got to be more educated, because that system is not even set up right for us to give birth.
Not even the hospital part, Kirsten. I got to get to the hospital part. Like, my kids had me so sick. Giving birth to them was a dream. I was hoping that we can get to a hospital. I wasn't even sure if I was going to carry you guys long enough to even make it into a hospital. Like, it was absolutely horrible.
Okay. I get that too. Because, I mean, if you don't know, you do know. I've been through both. So I do have preterm babies. So I totally understand what you're saying. And then the last time, like, I did a lot of things differently. And that's why I'm saying about being educated. We got to know there's certain things we don't eat, like even the energy, like certain stress. It's a lot of things. Like, being pregnant is not something that you shouldn't work at all while you're pregnant. Like, it's a lot of things that affects what happens when we're pregnant. And if more of us knew that and, follow those things, I think it'll be, better. But being that the way America do it, it is what it is. But yeah, like in other parts of the world, it's very different, because the women know, like, you basically go to a private space and get catered to your whole pregnancy. Right. Don't have to do nothing. Like, it's the way, the natural order of things, the way it's supposed to go. And if we know those things, it'll be different. But I get it, the way what our society is that we live in. That's totally understandable.
So with that being said, he getting fixed. Like, it would just have to be an understanding. Like, it would just have to be an understanding. And I can completely respect if he say that is not something that I want to do. But we just can't be. Like, we just can't be.
Well, I just think Trojan got to come up with some better condoms or something.
Yeah, Let me tell you what I do. We track an ovulation. We are making sure that we're taking our herbs and things. We not, we basically tracking ovulation really helps. It really does.
It
It's the
does.
best
I mean,
thing.
and mine has been on point since I actually started a cycle. Like it is dead on the money every month. So thank God for tracking.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get fixed, man, because I wanna shoot bullets till I'm 70 like Richard Williams. You know, I want to put out tennis champions.
You shoot bullets for life.
Little bullets
Men
make
don't
big
never stop.
bullets.
Right. Men don't never stop being able to produce.
See, Kirsten, you light years ahead of so many people, man. And that's why I'm trying to encourage you to kind of like do your own platform so you can get this information out to people. So it can be totally fixated on what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really, you know what I'm saying?
I'm working on finding the balance.
Just don't do it on Tuesday at 7:00. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you know what I actually did though? I actually started a YouTube channel. So I'm just figuring out. I don't know how to edit the videos. I do got 3 videos up there already, but I just gotta find a balance. I wait till the children go to sleep at night to record and stuff, but some of it, like the volume kind of low on it, but you can hear it if you turn it all the way up. But I'm just figuring that out. So
yeah.
You
gotta get it like a live platform so people can go back and forth with you with like questions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some live stuff. Because you got what it takes. You came a long way from it. You should just say nothing on the show.
It depends. Then I was trying to say something earlier. I don't know if y'all heard me, but then I had to keep clicking off because the children were acting up. But my baby, it wasn't all the children. It was her, the little one.
You don't blame all of them.
Yeah, it be that little one. She be. But yeah, I am because I got a lot of stuff. I'm working on. I'm getting better too. Because I'm taking classes. I'm doing a lot. I'm just trying to balance it right now. But I am in class too, so I'm getting.
All right, Mr. P. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we finna get into part comments, man. Let everybody know about your show you got y'all finna start. You and Mrs. What her name? Dr. V?
Dr. V. Yeah,
Is she a real doctor?
Yeah, she's actually a PhD. She's a real doctor.
Oh yeah. What's she? I don't know nothing about all that terminology. What's she do?
No, she's a college professor. She's an actual pastor. She's an ordained minister. So she has her own church. She teaches, and she actually was a friend of my wife's, and they met while they were getting their MBAs, and we kind of clicked and became great friends. But yeah, when y'all follow me on Facebook, and you'll see Straight Talk with Dr. B and Mr. P, where I got a YouTube channel. Foo, come on over there, and we're gonna invite you on to see if you get us kicked off Facebook real quick. So come on, just Google Straight Talk with Dr. B and Mr. P. But we are faith-based, so we do speak in biblical terms sometimes. We try to apply them for real life situations. So we're honing our craft. So we're building our platform out, and because we've actually had a podcast, we did a podcast for about 2 years, and we just took a hiatus last year and came back on Facebook. So even if you go to some of the iTunes and Spotify, some of those platforms, you'll find our show there. So you can catch some older episodes and come on in and tell us what you think and give us the feedback. I appreciate you for inviting me again on the Everyday People Show. I tune in when I can. I got a day off from taking my son to basketball, so I was like, let me tune in because hey, y'all have some interesting discussion in it, and
yeah, man, we welcome you on, man. We you know what I'm saying, I welcome your intelligence, young man. You know what I'm saying. This my first baby mama's brother right here, y'all.
And you don't want me on your show, my man. If it's faith based, I don't belong over there. I'm good. I wouldn't even do that to you. Straight. I'm a support. I'm a support, and
yeah,
I will
go way back.
So he may get a late feed. He responded what I'm saying. But anyway.
But I mean, well, I'm just saying. I mean, I would never come in your house and shit.
I must be. You gotta fix the bug, work the bugs out on this show. So when you get your show, you'll be ready, man. All right, who next, y'all?
Let me go ahead and rock
That's
out.
the Almighty that intervening. But I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be easy.
All right,
bro.
As usual, I'm doing my best to get people to think for themselves and to not fall victim to the system, because that right there is the biggest problem. I just found this young lady a couple days ago. I posted a video on my page. I actually sent that video to Kirsten and Ann, pretty much just talking about, you know, so many people out here who defend the system. And that right there is a major issue that we got to get past. But people are waking up. That's the thing that I love. And to me, it's never too late. It's just, unfortunately, due to the circumstance of what's going on, we're going to lose a lot of good people. We're going to lose a lot of good people based on the fact that so many people believe in a system that has never cared about them. And the biggest point that I want to get across to everybody is, all we got is us. Stop putting your trust in people who don't know you and don't care about your well-being at all. That carries so much weight, and I'm waiting for more people to wake up with that. You know, we got our show Unplugged, Free Your Mind. Actually, Unplugged FYM now, same thing. But YouTube, Rumble. Feel free to tune in every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Last week we had Marcel Dixon on, who's running against the clown Clyburn in South Carolina. We're doing our best to get that young man elected so that we can actually have a voice out there in Congress. He might be one voice, but it'd be a powerful voice. And that's what we want to do. We want to keep on giving y'all the information that you need, maybe not that you want. And tomorrow, just check my Facebook. I'm hoping I'm gonna go out here and win this golf tournament tomorrow. So hopefully I win my first one. I got to get my ass up and drive an hour and a half away, but we see what's up. And if anybody's interested in golf, especially if you live in the area, just hit me up. Fuquan Golf. It's on Facebook and it's on YouTube. And like I said, I keep y'all updated on how things go tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Peace, my brother.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Okay, I'll go.
And that was 3.
I'm gonna go because I need to do some stuff.
You finna go to bed. You know what time it is. You finna go to bed. Oh, I should have said that. I know you finna do some stuff. I ain't gotta do that.
No, I really got some stuff to do. I gotta lay out.
Okay, you looking cute today, girl. You look so pretty.
Thank you. My birthday tomorrow, and I was doing a reel. Oh yeah, that's why I was doing a reel for my style page, and I gotta post some stuff over there too. So that's why I put the little makeup
You
on.
You finna go to the club?
Huh?
You gotta go to the club?
Nah, I don't really. So that ain't really my steez no more. I'm a lot of clubbed out. I rather, if I do go to like a little lounge or something for a couple hours, but I'm really trying.
I be seeing your little sing-alongs you be posting.
Yeah, they be doing the day though. That was doing.
Oh yeah,
they be doing the day.
Hey,
but yeah, I'm my 33rd birthday is tomorrow, y'all. I am so excited. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Birthday.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a rebirth. Like it definitely is. Like, cause I done grew so much since last year and
You
still
really
growing.
have. You really
But
have.
I love y'all, and y'all do y'all research on everything. Let's continue to heal ourselves, work towards healing, spiritually, mentally, physically. That's very important. Parents, it's very important to do healing for yourself so that you can show children how to heal. It ain't too late. It ain't too late. I think that's the problem with a lot of parents. Like, we got a lot of traumatic things that we dealing with, and that's why our children is going the way they going, but it's not too late. We can turn it around. Let's start healing ourselves so we can help our children heal and do generational healing. Because once you heal yourself, you heal 7 generations before you. 3 generations before you and 3 generations after you, which is a total of 7 generations. And so that's very, very, very important, especially in these times. Okay. And that's about it. Yeah. So as always, let's heal together. I love all y'all. I'm about to get out of here.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I will see y'all.
Happy birthday to you.
If I see y'all tomorrow, I'm probably gonna get on live later on tonight or tomorrow. I don't know.
late on tonight.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good
All right, good night, Kirsten. All right, and
well, y'all know my normal routine. Tell
you gotta say something different. You gotta say something different.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. Because it's my spiel.
You remind me of somebody. You know that somebody is, though. y'all don't play the radio, boy. Y'all ain't gonna let nobody tell you what you ain't gonna.
Why should I?
Why should I? Ain't nobody gonna stir your energy
at all. I love this aura. But anyway, tell somebody that you love them. Be good to somebody. I heard my daughter's principal say, "Be amazing intentionally," and I told myself from the day I heard it, that's going to be something that I instill into my world and make certain that every day I'm making a conscious choice to be amazing intentionally, on purpose. To make certain that it happens for me. I also heard another word that you can't pour from an empty cup. So I've been living on that for the last 2 weeks as well, making sure I'm fully taking care of me so I can take care of the people that are around me. I've also realized that I found my calling, and my calling is to help in any shape, form, or fashion. I am a helper. The Lord put me here to help. And I'm going to do just that. Love on your children. Take a special interest in them. Sit down and talk with them. Have dinner with them. Make sure that you set time aside to just love on your kids and understand them. Ask them, is there anything going on in their world? Is there anything that you want to write down and tell me if you don't feel comfortable verbalizing it to me? But just make certain that you make yourself available for the ones that you love. Try to love somebody who you don't think even understand what love is. Have a great week.
Well, damn, y'all, what Ann said.
Hey.
That's my comment gonna be what Ann said. All right, Ann.
All right, y'all have a good week, babe.
All right,
bye-bye.
All right, y'all. It's time to go now. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, commenting. Sometimes, listen, this is an everyday people show, and you just don't know who's gonna show up, man. You don't know how the conversation gonna turn. Listen, if y'all watching, if y'all want to come on and talk about how y'all feel about certain topics, y'all are free to do it, because this is the Everyday People Show. This is the only show where you get to come on and chop it up. So you take advantage of this situation, man, and come on and chop it up. If you know a better way, come on and talk about it, and we can chop it up, y'all. Peace out, y'all. I love y'all. And y'all can't do nothing about it. See y'all next week. Y'all tell somebody about the show. Please tell somebody about the show. We're trying to build this thing. We're trying to make this out of a community show where we can share ideas and, just chop up regular things, man. So anyway, see y'all next week. Same black channel, same black time. Peace out, y'all. I ain't got no music today. We just gonna ride out. Peace out.